Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It's the coffee comment, and I'm Mecca.
And it's Ryan.
Tonight we're gonna talk about if they liked it, they should have put a ring on it.
Thank you,
Ryan came up
Beyonce.
right. Ryan came up with this great title. But basically, topic tonight is geared around people who are in long relationships, and basically for the most part, it's the female that really wants to get married and really wants to take that step forward. Um, for people like myself, I've been in two long term relationships, and it wasn't until my second relationship that I realized that I actually did want to get married because I used to always tell my mom growing up, I don't want kids, I don't want to get married. And I guess that's because I see my parents' relationship, but I was honestly that girl, and people don't, believe that because I'm so girly, makeup, heels, glitter, coffee and things, pink and all that stuff, and the movies that I watch. So everybody's like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But I was that person. I didn't want kids. I didn't want marriage until I got my second relationship. Um, and we watch a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows. Like my sister and I, we watch Wags. It's a lot of even girls on like Love and Hip Hop and Love and Basketball. No, Basketball Wives. Basketball Wives, and they either engage to this person for years on end, or they're just with this person for years on end and never get the ring at all, never get engaged, never get married. And so we thought that would be a good topic for us to talk about tonight. Yeah.
Well, I just saw that Kevin Hart just got married to
Four
his.
people got married this weekend.
Oh. Well, we can't count Princess and Ray J. That shit's just for TV.
You think so?
Shade, no shade, but come on, that's just for the show.
It was them. Adrienne Bailon, she just got engaged.
Oh, nobody care about her either because she's gonna break up in 2 weeks.
But see, that's what this is about. That's what this is about. It was them. Prima Donna.
Oh yeah, Prima Donna just got married.
And her boo, but I thought they were already married.
No, she was just engaged on the show.
Wow, because I thought they was already married. Okay,
but
Kevin Hart
actually was engaged to his now wife for 2 years. So basically, how long? You don't think 2 years is bad?
I mean,
I guess not because I
feel him because he was already married.
Well, I mean, 2 years is not bad because I feel like the first year, of course, you're getting to know each other, and most likely a lot of people nowadays are living with each other, so you're getting to know that part of them. And then the second year, you're getting to that point of, more serious, and you are looking to, get to the whole marriage and family life and all that good stuff. So 2 years is not bad. Now, anything longer than that, I don't understand why you have this ring on for 5 years and you have yet to get married. I don't know what that's all about. I'm like, what is the hold up? I don't get it because I'm pretty sure, like I said, that that you're living together already. I mean, you've been prior to getting engaged, you guys were in this relationship for a couple of years or maybe a year. So then you're going to tack on another, 4 or 5 years of this engagement?
There's no excuse. If Kevin Hart, he blew up, he got his money and all that stuff. If he could make it happen with his busy schedule, there's no reason why somebody should be engaged for 5+ years. Even damn 3+ years. Because, like you said, it takes a year once getting engaged to enjoy the engagement and to start talking about maybe things y'all haven't talked about as a normal couple. Start talking about
more relationship
stuff, children, how you want to handle your children, how you going to handle your finances, and really dig deep into how this person saves, how this person spends, know about family and sickness and things like that, and then it takes planning the wedding. So you shouldn't be together no longer, like engaged no longer than 2 years.
Yeah,
max.
2 years is a good time. I think a little bit more than that, like I said, it's like, what are you waiting on? It's like we already know each other pretty well. We better know each other because we didn't got to this level of you asking me to be your wife. So I must have the qualities that you've been looking for.
Especially the couples together 2 years plus. Like a year, okay, maybe you might be jumping the gun, but who knows? But 2 years plus, at that 2.5 mark, you should already know each other. You should already know what you want. If you're saying I love you, then I mean, I would hope it's something real. I would hope it's something that you really mean, and there's no reason that you should be putting it off. Especially at a certain age, you don't just do that shit for fun and for, dotting and bopping. Certain people got things to do.
I mean, not to throw shade towards nobody, but I mean, since I'm about to, you always put that disclaimer before you about to throw the shade. It's like J-Lo getting married 20 gazillion times, getting engaged, finding love. I said, J-Lo's been in how many relationships?
Yeah. It's okay to be a hopeless romantic, but you don't gotta get married. Some people are, but you don't gotta get married that many times.
Every time.
That many times.
Like, that's how I feel about Adrienne Bailon. How many times she gonna get engaged? When are you gonna walk down the aisle? Hell, Rob gonna get down the aisle before she will.
I want to know why though, because
I think she's just doing it because Rob got engaged.
When she was on the Real, she was saying how how they broke off the engagement. It wasn't something she wanted, so maybe. I don't know, and they were together for long. They was together.
This was the other boyfriend before this new one.
But they was together for a long time.
She was with Rob for a long time.
So yeah, I wonder what that was about. But what do you guys feel is your cutoff point? Mine, like I said, I think I agree with the 2 years or shit. I was in my relationship for 5, but I let it be that long before bringing it up because. Of age and because we were in school and things like that. But she was talking about it more than I was talking about it. Then when I started talking about it and then she put it into fruition, got cold feet and took it back twice. So, and I was just at the point where, okay, well, we would have made 6 years this year. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're not doing it, then what's the point of us being together? Like, you should know. And then on the top of that, family members are not going to allow that for that long. I know at least mine, they're kind of anxious.
I can't go by that. I'm like, I don't care how anxious you are. If I'm not feeling it, you're not the one that has to,
deal with them.
Deal with this person on a regular. So you could be anxious and say when you going to get married or engaged or whatever.
As far as putting pressure on that other person. Like when you, if you're in a relationship and you see... everything's kind of okay, everything's content, financial wise, and you're happy, and people see you as a happy couple, and all these years roll by, and it's like everybody else done had a kid, everybody else is starting to get married and engaged. When y'all next? When they start putting that pressure on the partner, it becomes a situation where sometimes people want to rush it, and then when they rush it, they be like, okay, maybe now I don't want to do this. I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't get that kind of pressure with from my mom or any family members. But it also could have been because they didn't like some of my exes, majority of my exes. So they weren't like, girl, yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Do that. Y'all need to be, so maybe that's what that is. So as far as that goes, I didn't get family pressure. But I mean, yeah, that does exist. But I don't, like I was saying before, I'm like, being engaged for several years down the line doesn't make sense to me because it's like, okay, we're already living this family life. Why are we waiting?
I don't even think being in a relationship, I'm not gonna be shady, but
be shady.
I don't feel like being together for. You being together for 10 years and never even bringing up marriage or never even getting engaged at 10 years.
But some people, they have that Goldie Hawn complex.
But everybody is not Oprah, Shonda Rhimes, Goldie Hawn, and George Clooney.
George Clooney got married.
He finally got married, but then he was not afraid to say openly in the media, like, I'm not the marriage type. I'm not a marriage man. I don't want to get married. And she finally changed his mind. But nigga, you like what, 60?
That's alright. He found love at that age.
But you was playing for way too long. Like, that's what I'm saying. You playing.
But you know what? In his defense, it could have been like, you know what? He wasn't thinking about relationship. He was thinking about, okay, I don't have a problem dating because that's where I'm at. I'm not the type to get into a marriage relationship, but I'll date. Which I can fully understand that. But then he happened upon somebody that broke down his walls and everything like that, and he felt like this is the one. So, you know,
I guess
it happens. It's George Clooney, you know. What? I mean, he was like the ultimate bachelor for like 20 gazillion years, but he found somebody to break down the walls, and
you know. And then with people like Shonda Rhimes and Oprah, they've candidly had sit down interviews where they talked about their situation. They don't want to get married. They have no desire to. They ain't think about no wedding plans, no flowers, no bridesmaids, no cake, no color. They don't want to. And Shonda Rhimes really just said, I don't want to get married. It's not that I don't believe in love or anything, but she candidly put it, I like my shit and I want to keep my shit to myself. Like, she has a daughter and she's like, I like my lifestyle. I like that I can get up and go. I like that, you know, yeah, I might be making my daughter sad when I have to go and travel and stuff, but I know she's going to be taken care of. And I know that I don't have the triple pressure of having to handle business, having to be a mother, and having to be somebody's wife. Because when you leave or when you make more money than your partner, that's where issues come in too. And so that's what she was basically saying. I don't want to ever get engaged. I don't have the desire to. I don't want to get married. What's the, you know, that's just not my thing. And I mean, I guess if it's mutually that way, then I mean, I guess it's fine. Well, but if you with somebody for that long and you have somebody else, your partner has the mindset of, you know, I want to get married and the other one's not, I think that relationship's not going to work.
No, those type of relationships are not going to work. Because even say that you are gung-ho about getting married, but your partner is not, but he loves you or she loves you, they're just going to fold and give in and get married, and that relationship is going to be like totally broken, because it's going to be like, I didn't want to get married. I liked what we had. So definitely having one partner more invested in a relationship than the other is not going to work.
Do you think that's the problem is the marriage part, or the problem is the expense part? Like, people think more so of the party. People think more so of the money that's going into the wedding. Because, you know, people like to say, I don't want to get married, and marriage is a business. Do you think that people that get cold feet are more so scary for that, or is the actual marriage part? Because what if, like, you compromise with your partner, like, okay, I understand you don't want to deal with this, that, and the third, but we could just go to the courthouse, or like, what do you think people's?
I don't think it has nothing to do with the cost of a wedding, because y'all both know each other's budget. Y'all know what's in your wallet and whatnot, so what you're going to spend and whatnot. I think, I don't know, I think it's kind of weird that a couple or a person doesn't want to get married, especially if y'all have been living together for, you know, years.
Yeah, like, what's the problem?
What is the problem?
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know if it's just the whole official that's making that person freak out or what. But I always thought that was weird. It's like, okay, we've been living together for like 2 years now, and I start talking about weddings and seriousness and futures, and my partner's looking at me like I'm speaking Chinese, and I'm like, but we already been doing it. So what's the point?
Exactly.
I don't know. That's I don't know. I maybe we need a male's perspective on that, but as a woman, I'm just like, what's so weird about it? Yeah, right. What's so weird about it? It doesn't make sense.
Because like that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't make sense that we're in this. You saying you love me unconditionally. We are in this together. Like you said, we've living together. Most couples nowadays in 2016, if it's not joint bank accounts, but you're still like sharing money, you still know each other's finances. You know, like in my case, I knew the mom's medical conditions, I knew dad's medical conditions, I knew, you know, grandma's medical conditions. Like we were deep in. So it's like, what is the issue that you just don't want to do it? Like you say you love me, you showing me you possibly love me unconditionally, hardcore. We know everybody's family, we know everybody's business, you know. But what is the holdup? Why aren't we, you know, getting married? And that's why I brought up the whole compromise thing. Because ultimately, you know, even though your parent will want to walk you down the aisle and all the other stuff, it's your choice. And if being married, you know, for most people, it should only mean just the union. If going to the courthouse or whatever makes you happy, and going to the courthouse, just significant, you know, signifies that y'all care about each other and y'all just want it to be y'all, I don't see what the problem is with that. But a lot of people don't compromise and they push the whole wedding issue. And
well, as a female, you know, we always want that Cinderella, you know, magical wedding day.
See, some though, blah, blah, because blah. My middle sister is engaged and she don't give two craps about planning a wedding. Like my mom or my aunt or maybe myself would bring it up and she was like, I don't care, I don't know, y'all can plan a wedding. If my mother wasn't so damn gung-ho about each and every one of us, you know, getting married and having children and making sure we had that wedding, my sister would probably either stay engaged forever, but she's that type of girl. She would stay engaged forever because she don't like to plan. She don't even like planning birthday parties. So it's not even weddings. It's just she's that type of female. If you know, her fiance is more so of this kind of flowers we're gonna have, this the cake we're gonna have, this the colors we're gonna pick, this where we're gonna have it. And she's like, I don't give a damn.
Right.
I just want to be married.
Yeah, some people do. They're so just like, whatever.
She's totally that girl. She's that girl. I don't know. I'm a little bit of like, I would like to compromise with my partner. At first I did want to have a huge wedding, but then I also was just like, what's the purpose of having this whole wedding to showboat, invite a whole bunch of people that's either one, probably not gonna come, or two, really don't talk. Like, I don't want to have pictures of people that I really don't talk to.
But you wouldn't invite those people anyway.
But see, she would have.
Who?
My ex. She would have. She would have been like, we gonna show these niggas we did it. I'm like, bruh, that's wasting money. Like, right. On food.
Well, unless they can come to the wedding and not the reception. Hey.
Exactly. Right.
I don't know. I haven't made it to that level yet. And honestly, I flip-flop. 1 minute, you know, the thought of being in that nice relationship with my man and getting to the married part, I think about it. Why? Because I'm a girl and we think about shit like that. But I haven't come across a guy that is worthy of all the madness that is Ryan. So I'm like, that's when I'm like, whatever. I don't care.
So do you think you would be one of those people that just would rather be in a long-term relationship without getting married? Or do you actually, like, I know you just say you flip-flop, but do you have you discovered what type you actually are? Like, do you see yourself being married, or do you yourselves just having companionship and being in a long-term relationship? You already got your kids, you already got that, and so now you just want a companion to just ride out with for the rest of your life without getting married.
Some days I'm still flip-flopper. Some days I'm cool with that. Some days if I have a permanent companion, sure. It's me and him. We down like 4 flat tires, sure. But then there's other times where I get in my girly mode where I'm like, oh my God, I want the whole proposal. I want to see, you know, him get on one knee, ask me, and blah, blah. I'm still like, yay, married and wedding. And then other times I'm just like, ooh, this is my long-term companion. What do you call those? Are they boyfriends? Is that what you call them? Is that what Oprah calls Stedman?
I don't know what she calls him.
I think she
called him Stedman.
Right. I was like, is that a boyfriend?
What does one of our managers, she says, I don't think I just think it's weird when you're above the age of 21 or 25. I think she said 25, and you say boyfriend or girlfriend. I just say friend. Like, I don't think that there should be any title.
Those are the same bitches that like to have a title when they, because I had one of my ex-boyfriends when we first started going together, and this is how much
like, I don't
he had my nose wide open. He basically didn't want to have the titles, and I'm like, my silly ass, okay, whatever, as long as I know it's just me and you. That's stupid.
But what do you call them? Just because she was like, I just think you call them friends until you get married or until you get engaged and just be like my fiance. But I'm like, but there is a word for it, boyfriend, right. Girlfriend.
Because how would you would feel some type of way if you're out and some girl or somebody is approaching your partner, and if somebody was like, oh yeah, that's so and so and her friend, I'm gonna think that you guys are just that. Friends.
Yeah, like old black folks, or when people, when your family members don't really want to see you with that person, they be like, "Oh yeah, that's Ryan and her friend,
her
little friend. That's Mecca, her little friend,
her little friend."
I just told you who this was. Like, when we gonna start saying this is me and my companion? Is that too much?
That's weird. Because when I think about
companion, like, are you guys dating? No, we're in a courtship.
When I think about that, is like when I hear companion, oh, that's just your fuck buddy. Right. Okay.
That's what you think of when
if somebody would said that to you. If somebody's like, yeah, this is my companion. Oh, it's a long-term fuck buddy. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't see, I guess, I just don't see it as this is something that's a solid relationship. When you say, oh, this is just my companion. It's like, oh, okay. So this is like live-in ass. Bam, okay. I'm not going to shagging up. I'm not going to say that to them, but that's what I'm going to be thinking. Now, if you said boyfriend, I'll be like, oh, okay, boyfriend, all right, cool. But when you use stuff like companion, my significant other, friend. This is my guy friend.
This is my woman friend.
And the thing about it is, once again, you're setting yourself up for somebody to approach your companion or your friend and talk to them, and then you gonna get in your attitude.
Like, no, this is my woman.
Right. I'm like,
this is my beach.
If we're together, I am your girlfriend. You are my boyfriend. I'm not playing no, this is my companion. This is my, no. I'm going to give you the title that you have. This is my boyfriend. Okay, this is my fiance. This is my husband. I'm not playing those. This is my companion.
Yeah, especially when you've been in it and, it's not like a just meeting thing. No, it's just meeting thing. It's different.
Who's just meeting? If me and this person is just starting in the relationship, yeah, I'm going to say this is my friend because we haven't got to that point where, I'm pretty sure, say if we've been seeing each other for 6 months and we go out, I would not call him my boyfriend because we haven't established that. If we have established, like, he's asking me to be his girlfriend, then yes, then I will introduce you, even if it was just 6 months in, you are my boyfriend. But if we ain't establishing any of that, you are my friend.
Yeah.
But, in regards to that, if you with somebody for several years and you know that that's your boyfriend, but you want to play this, we don't need titles. We're over 25. We don't need titles. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? No title men, that means it's free.
Right.
And let me approach
because that's you setting yourself up
exactly.
to get your feelings hurt. Because then when they start talking to people or start going about somebody, you're like, oh.
I thought I was just your friend. I thought I was just your friend.
Exactly.
So, I guess, honestly, it's to each his own. If you and your partner are cool with those titles or no titles or whatever the case.
And being together that long without being engaged.
It's weird. Honestly, 2-year mark should be it. Y'all should already be talking about, if you have that solid foundation, that solid relationship, and within 2 years, yes, y'all should be talking about getting engaged and married and all that stuff. But being engaged for 5+ years, that's kind of retarded to me. I don't understand that. It's like, what are you waiting on? What? I mean, I don't get it. But then, like I said, I guess it's to each his own. Whoever, if that's what you got going in your relationship.
I mean, to me, it just bothers me. But just like everybody that doesn't mind being in a relationship for years on end without getting married, if that's what am I trying to say? If that's y'all's mutual agreement, then that's totally fine. I mean, if that's how y'all want to operate, that's totally fine. To me, it just bothers me that, marriage is more than a party, a reception, showing off, spending money. It's really like taking that step to say, like, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is who, like, I trust you with my livelihood. Because basically, when you get married, you're on each other insurance, you are emergency contacts, you become parents at one point. So you putting your life into somebody else's hand. And I don't see why you wouldn't get married to a person that you would trust like that. Like, if you wouldn't trust me with your life, if you don't want to make that step with me, what are you saying about me? That's how I feel.
I still love you.
Like, if I'm already taking care of you, I'm already a ride or die. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm not gonna harm you, and I haven't, and I never gave you a reason to. Why don't you trust us? Why don't you trust me to take this next step with you? That's where I get all like worried. Like, what's wrong with me?
Well, sometimes that could be like they're nervous about taking it to the next step because that's just like serious. That's real serious.
But it's serious when you live with somebody.
That's true, but I'm just saying it could be very well. I can live with you, whatever. It's no big deal. But now, like I said earlier, it's like making it official. You're now it's like I'm officially like locked down. That's what that is. It's like I'm officially locked down. I don't know. Like I said, it's to each his own. I'm like, those who want to be engaged for 20 years, do your thing, boo. Myself, I just don't see the point of doing all that and staying in a relationship that long or being engaged that long. It doesn't make sense. Especially at my age. Hell, I'm 36. I ain't got time to be sitting up there getting
and like engaged. I said, with the friends and the whole family thing, there's no matter. But that's just annoying to me to be engaged that long, and everybody gonna ask, so when's the wedding? So when you gonna plan this? It's like, damn, do I take the ring off, or like to have to keep explaining?
You don't have, honestly, I wouldn't even explain it. You know what? Since like all your friends and family on Facebook, just make a post. Just make a post. You talking about, this is for everybody who's asking me about when I'm going to get married or engaged or whatever the case may be. Put it out on there. Social media is a beautiful thing. You can talk to every damn body. So that's what you do. That's just my tip for you, Mecca, or anybody, the people out there that's listening. If you get tired of hearing your family members and friends asking you about how, why are you engaged so long and everything like that, and you hate explaining, just put a post out. Put a post out. That's what I say.
Interesting.
Post it out.
Well, I ain't getting no questions, so ain't nobody questioning me.
Me neither. So that just tells me that they don't like the selection in my men.
Maybe they just don't care. That's what I'm starting to think.
I think it's more so than my selection.
Don't care about.
It's this selection in men for me. But anywho. But I feel like if you guys have been in a relationship that long and I'm pretty sure you have tackled situations and stuff like that. Just go ahead, make the woman your wife. I mean, come on, dog. I mean, you didn't spend this much time. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. And I feel that Mecca is in agreement with me. So,
there's no reason to be. Like I said, like, I never really thought about that actually until now. Like, when you get married, you're putting your life into someone else's hands. And do you not trust me enough to do that? Period. So how long should somebody be in a relationship before popping the question? Would that be the same answer as the 2-year?
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. Because like I said, the first year you're getting to know each other, and then by the second year, that's when you should start talking about the future and y'all getting even more closer. So I think if you've been in your relationship for about 2 years, you should definitely by the second year be talking about your future plans with each other.
Right.
And then, by that time, I guess year 3, it will be a good time to get have that question pop to you.
What I did learn though is don't become marriage and wedding talk obsessed, because that will stress and push away the other person when you come too obsessed with it. Like, have that conversation, and unless they keep bringing it up, I feel like you should have that conversation or two about the future, because you do want to know where you guys are at, but leave it there and leave it into the other person's hands. Don't keep on pushing the issue and pressing the issue, because then you might not get what you want out of it, and then they start to change their mind. That's one lesson I did learn, and one thing I do see, like, when you do it too much, then they go uninterested.
And plus, there's just people who really don't give a shit about any of it. Most men don't care. They're like, I don't care about what flower arrangement, who's your bridesmaids, and whoever else. And they're just like, I'll just tell me what to wear, what time, and a location.
But I mean, as far as them, like, oh my gosh, I want to get married. Oh my gosh, like, damn, I get the point.
Right.
When I'm ready, it's gonna happen. But then when you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell. Like I said, you can tell if that person is really wanting to be with you, and when they're gonna make the move, and when they just not interested in it at all. Then that's when you have that second or third conversation. Like, okay, is this gonna be or is this not gonna be? And then you decide whether you're gonna move on. Don't hold on to hope and be waiting 4 or 6 years talking about, all right, so we're gonna do this or what? Like,
men don't like to be pressured anyway into those type of situations. They really feel like when I'm at that point of, us being married and stuff like that, or get to that point, then they'll do it. They don't like all that pressure. They really don't.
So that was the show for tonight, guys. Please follow us on Instagram, The Coffee Comment, Glitter Coffee and Things Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, and comment below. Subscribe to all social media outlets, and just let us know what you thought about tonight's episode. Next week will be the last show of season 1. So sorry. So sad.
But it's just season 1. Of course, you're never going to be back. And we're definitely doing a lot of revamping.
Yeah.
And so...
new and improved season 2.
Season 2 will be a lot different. I mean, I think we're going to be having more, guests on. We're going to be trying to get into some, more style segments. There's going to be... since we're like more travel junkies, so we may be broadcasting from a different place. We're also trying to get more do video and things like that.
And next season we'll have video,
so you can see our beautiful faces. Yes, these brown girls.
The Coffee Comments, as I said in the first episode, is a branch off of my blog, Glitter Coffee and Things. aka GCT, the short name for it. And the GCT brand is really trying to branch out and do a lot of things. So even though after next week we are going to be gone for a little bit, still check out the Coffee Comment page because we're going to start like posting current events and topics and questions that we really, really want you guys to interact with. Also, the Glitter Coffee and Things, we're going to have style guide videos coming up. We just going to have a lot. We might even try, I'm going to say try, we might even try to do a Coffee Comment meetup so you guys can meet us and, you know, have some cupcakes and things like that.
Be all nice and
cutesy, so we can meet you guys and come out to Atlanta and have some fun with us. So thank you for listening in tonight. We will talk with you next week.
Bye.
Bye.